I found that people in this kind of situation where they really don't want a divorce are put in a position where they have one of two alternatives. Neither one of them is very good. Walk away from the marriage in a very painful and kick them to the curb kind of mentality, or to stick it out and continue suffering in a situation that will eventually claim their future and the futures of their children. Instead, perhaps finding another way, a middle way, something other than what we thought about before.
You know, I know it's a painful thing when a mate walks off and leaves a marriage, but I as a therapist, I actually think sometimes they're more fortunate than those that the offending spouse chooses to stay and continue offending.
Right.
At least they have to make a decision in those circumstances, where in the other it could go on forever, for a lifetime.
Right. Somehow being in a place where you have to accept something that you really didn't want in some ways can be easier because there's no decision to make other than to just accept what's happening to you. Very often people in situations where the other partner is continuing in some sort of destructive pattern of behavior, they're left in a place where they're not sure what to do. There's nothing to accept because nothing has really happened yet. And the advice that they often get is to sit and wait it out, and hopefully it will resolve itself.
But the passivity in doing that is what you are, as it were, taking a stand against. You're going along with my friends that wrote Boundaries, John Townsend and Henry Cloud,
Right.
which I think that came along, and they wrote Boundaries in Marriage following the Boundaries
Right.
book, which I appreciated, and that there is something you can do. You don't just have to sit by and twiddle your thumbs and tell everybody about your pain and your sorrow.
Right.
You're encouraging them to do something, become proactive.
That's right. In fact, when we look at how God handles those that He loves, who are caught in a pattern of sin, He never remains passive. He always takes them to task. He always confronts them with their sin. But He often always does it in a very redemptive way, so that it's not just a condemning of sin, it's also an offer to restore the relationship. So really what we want to do is we want to follow God's pattern, and He's never passive.